Hey guys, welcome back to another Unity 3D tutorial. Sorry I haven't been making tutorials lately. I've been really busy with work and other projects that I've been working on, and that's been taking up most of my time nowadays, and I have other things going on, so it's been kind of hard to find time to make new tutorials, but enough with the excuses. I guess we'll get started with our new tutorial, which will be covering rich text. Now, when you create a string or a GUI label, there's different ways to edit each of those pieces of text to customize it in any way that you want. In this case, it's making certain pieces of text bold or different colors. You can kind of compare it to like Zelda. When there's a really important thing that they want you to know about, they'll make it bold and in red or a different color or something along those lines. So I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create something like that, just something basic. I guess we might be able to expand upon this in later tutorials, but for now, it's pretty basic. This might just be a one tutorial thing. So we'll just get started by creating a new script. So you just want to go create JavaScript, and we'll just call this rich text, because I'm just going to be showing you guys. It's not going to be really anything too fancy. So I'll open that up. Before we get started, I'll just open up the page for the Unity documentation on rich text. Now with this, you can do stuff that's similar to HTML, where if anybody's worked with coding HTML before, you'll recognize this pretty much instantly. It's used to specify which text is either bold or italic or anything like that. And you can do different combinations of color, size, bold, italic, anything along those lines. And they explain it right here in the documentation about rich text. Now we can just go through this real quick. If you haven't coded in HTML before, it's very simple to figure out. Here we have our piece of text that we want to edit. And in front of it, you set it up like that. And to close it off, you do that. And now with this, we are, and then this one will be bold because we set it that way. Now each of these you can edit, and you can add multiple different code here to change it up. So in this example, they have bold and italic, which changes it to that. And you can do that for multiple pieces of text, whatever you want. If you want one to be bold, one to not be bold, one to be italic, different ones to be different colors, you can edit it however you guys want. So you can also do this with color values as well, and you can customize it with your own hex values to create a specific color that you might be looking for. Now there's certain presets. They have a couple of presets here, or you can go through and do the hex values. Now for this, you'd put this in front of it, and you'd close it off with /color. And that would make the text a different color. And I'll be showing you guys exactly how to do that. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I just like to go into a little more detail about this stuff. So we'll go down here. We will add the function for onGUI. And this is a built-in function for Unity if you guys are new to this. And this handles all the GUI code that we'll be entering in. So we're just going to create a simple label, since this is just a tutorial. And this is what you use to display text. So we'll do GUI.label, and then we want to create a rectangle. And I guess we'll center this. I'll show you guys how to do that if you don't know already. Screen.width divided by 2, and screen.height divided by 2. And that will pretty much center it to the center of the screen. You can add different values if you want to change that, like +100 or anything, to place it in whatever position on the screen that you want it from the center. And now these last two values will be adding to the actual size of the text that we want. So first one's going to be the length, and we'll just set that, actually we'll set it higher than that, because we want to add a lot of text to it. And for height, we'll just set it at 20. That's usually the basic. You can make it more higher if you're going to be increasing the size of your text So I guess we could, I guess we'll just leave it there for now, but we might come back and edit that later. And in quotations, we can write our text. So we'll say, this is how I edit text in Unity. Then we'll just close that off. And this is all we need. So we'll click Control S to save that. And you can throw this pretty much on any object. It doesn't really matter. For testing purposes, we'll just throw it on our camera here. I guess. Actually, we'll just drop that down and find rich text. And it'll toss it right on there. And so if we jump into gameplay real quick, you can say, this is how I edit text in Unity. And it's pretty boring right now. There's nothing unique about it. So we'll bring back up this, and we'll go through. Let's make something bold. So what we're going to do is we'll make Unity bold. So it's as simple as that and that. And this is all we need to edit to get that to be bold. So we'll hit Control S to save, and we'll jump back into Unity. And here we have some bold text. Now for Unity, let's make it a different color. So we'll jump back in here. And cyan's pretty neat. We have blue. We have dark blue. I think I might do a dark blue. So we'll jump in here. And it's as simple as adding this and renaming the color to dark blue. And if you want to close it off, we just do / and color. And hit Control S, and we can jump back into Unity and see how that looks. Now if you see, Unity is a blue. Now it doesn't correspond well with the background. It kind of blends in a little bit more. You might want to add a background to here so the text pops out more. But you guys get the basic idea of how that works. So like I said before, you could also add anything else you want. Those are the basics so far. But yeah, I guess italic is the last one we can add. Let's put it here. Simple I. Control S. Save again. And we'll jump back in. And we can see that that's italic. So if you guys wanted to make really cool text, like I said, like Zelda or anything like that, and you want to focus or emphasize a certain word to make your player notice it a little bit more, if there's a specific character name or place that you need to travel to, you need to look on a map for it, be displayed right in there. And you can do it with this text or any other text that you might be editing. You could put this into a string and edit it, and just put the string into here. So if you did like plus and then like my string, and then you created a simple variable for my string and made it a string. Now if you closed it off like that, you could edit it in the inspector. So we'll save that. And this could keep your text a little bit more organized. So let's say extra text. And another thing I wanted to show off with this is you can actually edit this as well. And it'll change in real time, I believe. So if I want to make that bold, and it'll automatically update. Press enter, and let's see it add. And it says extra text here if you want to add in more text. Another thing that I recommend is just putting an extra space there and saving it and jumping back in. And that way you can have a little space there in between. So if you're working with a lot of text and you want to use strings from different things, maybe there's a certain name that changes depending on which quest you're doing or anything like that, but strings will come in help or be very helpful in that. You don't even need this text. You could just let's see. You could just go in here and have all this blank and just add strings if you wanted. But yeah, guys, that's a basic way to set all that stuff up. Last thing is I just wanted to show up a couple of websites. I did a quick Google search, and there are a bunch of different hex codes. So in here, hex codes are right here. Just put that in front of your text and close it off with color at the end, like how I did before. And you could do various combinations of different colors. So you're not just stuck with some basic colors. You can do a lot of these. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Leave down in the comments future tutorials that you guys want. I'm going to be making at least 100 new tutorials this winter, and that'll probably start this week. So this is the first one to start off. And yeah, stay tuned, guys. Later.